So, Lorna, welcome. You're already very familiar with the listening space. A process that uses, you decide what you want to explore, and I listen and use a combination of repeating back your words and asking some clean questions. And we were talking about how it might be useful to bring the focus of the exploration to something that would be resourceful to you. So I'm just going to open with that question. What would you like to explore today?
I've been giving it some thought and wondered if it would be useful to explore kindness.
Okay, kindness.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of kindness is that?
The kind of kindness that is inclusive,
Mm-hmm.
that is skillful and wise, that is energizing rather than depleting, that's welcome, that's helpful.
Mm-hmm. So helpful,
Mm-hmm.
and welcome, and energizing rather than depleting, and wise and skillful and inclusive. And is there anything else about kindness?
A kindness that is strong and I like that idea of energizing rather than depleting.
Energizing.
That feels important, energizing rather than depleting.
Mm-hmm. Energizing rather than depleting, and strong,
mm-hmm.
and wise, and welcome. And whereabouts is kindness?
This kind of kindness feels like it's around and also within. So particularly at the moment, in the midst of this coronavirus situation, then I guess I'm being intentional about noticing the kindness of others, and also to be intentional about being kind to people that are within my circle of influence. So I'm receiving it. Receiving it maybe isn't the right word. I am aware of it. As other people are offering it to each other. So I guess a bit like listening to and seeking out good news stories in amongst all the difficult stories that are circulating. And also to be intentional about nourishing kindness in my own self, which I guess maybe is sitting in round about the heart area.
And that's nourishing your kindness in your own self around the heart area. And listening to and seeking out good news stories, and aware of it. Intentional about noticing the kindness of others. And is kindness on the inside or the outside?
I guess it's a bit of both. I guess that there is a sense in which I feel that my days are infused with the kindness of others. And also that, so now I'm thinking about a tea bag, and also that I aspire to having enough, I'll stick with the tea bag idea, enough tea in my own tea bag that there is there's flavour in it, and it can so I feel infused by the kindness of others, and I also want to be an infusion of kindness. So on the inside and on the outside.
So infused by the kindness of others and be an infusion of kindness. And flavour in it, and enough tea in your own tea bag. And does kindness have a size or a shape?
So I'm still liking the idea of the tea bag shape, so it's square.
Okay.
And but one isn't enough. So maybe it's like a box. It's like a box of tea bags. And yeah, so it's a box, like a box of tea bags, and each one has a time that it will still have flavour, and then it's time to move on to the next one. So, and you can keep on buying more and more tea bags. It's not that there's only is one box. So I guess sometimes when I'm endeavouring to be kind, there can feel as though there's, well, I'll run out of energy.
Okay.
And so that idea of the tea bags rather than a singular one is quite helpful, because it's not going to run out. Kindness isn't going to run out. If that makes any kind of sense.
Kindness isn't going to run out. And infused by kindness of others, and be an infusion of kindness. And endeavouring to be kind, you can run out of energy. Is there anything else about kindness?
So as I listen to the repeating back of the words, there's something circular about it. So there's the infused by kindness and being an infusion. So there's a sense of receiving and then giving, and receiving and then giving, rather than it all being one way, which could feel exhausting.
Okay.
So there's a taking in and a giving out, and a taking in and a giving out, in a kind of a circular motion, which again reminds me of the tea in the teapot. It's kind of, there's something circular about it. So although the tea is in the bag, it infuses out to the whole of the teapot. It fills the whole of the teapot. There's enough to go around.
Mm. I'm taking in and giving out.
Mm-hmm.
And something circular and enough to go round. And a box of tea bags. And is there anything else about kindness like that?
Well, it feels quite reassuring, that kind of kindness. And I guess that links back into energizing rather than depleting. So receiving, not only one way.
Yeah. Anything else about kindness?
No, I think that's it.
So do you want to represent in paper on some way
Mm-hmm.
what you now know about kindness?
Okay.
Okay. So what do you notice as you look at that image?
So I've drawn it in a red felt pen, and red is the colour of blood, which is life. And I notice that I've drawn a circle, and there's a lot of arrows in it. So the arrows are on the circumference of the circle, that they are all feeding into each other. And then the arrows are coming into the centre. And there's also arrows going out to the four, north, south, east and west. And 3 little lines signifying kind of energy. So it's almost like there's a beat to it. There's a rhythm of kindness.
Mm-hmm.
A rhythm of kindness. Mm-hmm.
Anything else about what you notice as you look at that image?
There's a lot of movement in it. So there's movement going round the circumference, there's movement from the external to the internal, there's movement out in 4 directions, and there's also that kind of rhythmic with the 3 lines quality to it. So there's a lot of energy. So it has its own energy.
Mm-hmm. Anything else about what you notice?
All the arrows are going somewhere, so it's got a direction. Well, it's got a lot of directions. So there's the direction in the circumference of the circle itself. There's a direction from the outside in, and there's a direction from the circumference out.
Mm-hmm.
So also a direction, so an energy, a direction. And life-giving.
Sorry, missed that bit.
Life-giving because of the colour red.
Anything else about what you notice?
I think that's all.
What do you know now about kindness?
So I guess at the beginning, the comment energizing rather than depleting kind of implies that it's either or, maybe that was in my mind, that there's either an energizing kind of kindness or there's a depleting kind. And I guess what I realize is that it has its own energy. Kindness has its own energy, and it's possible to tap into that. And energy is energizing, and then a sense of sharing the energy that already has been received, so that giving and receiving circular. So kindness has its own energy. That seems quite important to remember.
And what difference does knowing that make?
Maybe less likely to be fearful about running out of energy, because it has its own energy. So maybe not rationing kindness, I guess, in one way. Not that I ever deliberately would be thinking I'm going to ration kindness, but I guess there's something quite liberating about the idea that the kindness has its own energy, and I like the rhythm of kindness as well, the rhythm of out and in and give and take, and it coming in and it going round and it going out. So I guess what difference does that knowing that make? Maybe makes it feel easier to lean into kindness.
And would that be an okay place to leave this?
It would.
Thank you.
Thank you.